Hi, my name is Amy Jo, and I used to suffer as an empath. I say used to because I have figured out some tools and tricks in order to kind of gain control of this, what is actually a gift, a psychic gift. The word psychic might make you uncomfortable. It did me too, but it is a gift. It's a gift from God, and it's nothing to be afraid of. What we need to do is kind of know what's going on and how to access and stop this. Now, I don't have anything for sale, so don't be thinking that I'm going to be trying to, to get you to sign up for whatever. I just want to start putting some tools out that can help people who suffered the way that I did. I began to be able to feel the energy coming off of everyone and everything around me. And I mean everything. If I sat down in a chair and if somebody had sat in the chair before me that had a backache, I suddenly had a backache. If I put on a pair of shoes that were worn by someone else, I could tell you all their health issues from just standing in their shoes. So it became so uncomfortable to me that I couldn't go out in the world to enjoy my life. To go out and go shopping was, literally a nightmare as I would begin to sense all of the upset and anguish that was going on in other people's lives around me. As if my own life didn't have my own troubles, I suddenly would pick up everybody else's stuff. Now, there's a lot to know here, but I'm going to try to give it out to you in little tiny bits of information. So, the first thing I want you to understand is that we should be emitting an energy, and that energy should be encapsulated at the outer edges. And this should protect us from having the other energy coming in. I have a little light here that'll kind of demonstrate what I'm talking about. That is, if I can make it turn on. Hang on one second. Let me get rid of that. So see how this is emitting this light from the center, and then it has this kind of in almost an invisible shield around the outside edge. When we have this in place, we can walk between each other, and like soap bubbles, our energy will kind of move past each other without interfering. And what's going on at this point is that we don't have this, and our energy just absolutely goes everywhere. What I'm told, I'm a psychic medium, and what I'm told is actually happening to us is that our energy is so wide open that we're passing and trespassing into other people's stuff. So where people feel like they're being having a psychic attack, that all of these other energies are coming at them, that's not it. What's going on is our energy is going so far out that we're trespassing in everybody else's stuff, and we can tell you their stories. The thing is, we can only feel it from someone else if we actually have it in us. We only understand what it is when we actually have that. So where there's some homework to be done to clear out our energy to get rid of what bothers us. So those will be other stories on. But right now, let's see if we can give you a little help. I want you to notice how you feel. I want you to notice how you're feeling in this moment. And I want you to say your name. And the thing about our name is it's kind of like an electrical generator or access to our own energy. And when we're disconnected from our name, we're just kind of drifting. So I want you to cross your arms and pat your chest and say, I am, and state your full name. So I would say, I am Amy Josepha Richards Ellis. So I'm using my maiden and my married name. I am, but go first, middle, and last if you have a middle name, and use both last names or as many last names as you are connected to. But I am, and just let's use the name you want to use. I am Amy Josie for Richard Ellis, and only. So when I'm saying I am, I'm bringing my energy back in. And when I'm saying and only, it's pushing that other people's energies out of ours. And believe me, there's all kinds of people's energy on us, and we don't know who all they are. So say, I am and only. I am, state your name, and only, state your name again. I am and only. I am, state your name, and only, state your name again. Just keep saying it. I am and only. And now you can say, only those who are filled with light are allowed in my space. This was something I was taught to say, and it was very beneficial. Only those who are filled with light are allowed in my space. Only those who are filled with light are allowed in my space. So that right there should give you back to bringing your energy back to your core. And then right now, I want you to say, I am creating boundaries on my energy. I am magnetizing my energy to me, and I am creating boundaries to separate it from everyone else. I am strengthening my, God-given boundaries. We're not like putting up shields or anything. We're just actually putting what's supposed to be there, an energy like encasement, like the soap film on a bubble. If you were to imagine the soap, somebody that was taking a thing, a cigarette, and then blowing smoke into a soap bubble, you would see that soap bubble looking separate from everything else as it floated around. And then when it pops, you'd see how fast that energy of that smoke just goes out into everywhere. So when we don't have that containment on us, we feel scattered, we feel we can't concentrate, we feel ungrounded, we feel. And so according to my guides, the fastest way to get grounded is to say our name. And if you don't feel like that's your name, you're going to have to do a little work on yourself and say, what is your name? And do that and be bringing your energy back. But that's a whole other thing down the road. Right now, I just want to get you kind of lined out. But so don't be surprised if you need to do this exercise maybe 4 or 5 times a day, because some of us who have chosen to work and be beneficial to other people, our boundaries kind of go down after a very short period of time, and that's to allow access to us to know what's going on. Anyway, like I said, more about this in another video, but right now I want you to practice maybe even setting an alarm for 5 hours on your watch, and every 5 hours be saying this, and notice if you feel better, because I had totally gotten to the point of, almost being agoraphobic, unable to leave my house. I would stay home all day, go down, do my job, and then I would sit for like an hour on the ferry dock with the wind blowing and allow my energy to calm down after having been in there, but not knowing what to do with it. And then just go home and be, I don't want to go back until I had to work again. And I would try to stay home and not do things. So I hope that this will give you a little bit of freedom. This is the first step, and I'll see what else I can come up with. But for today, set an alarm. Try to get your energy to, uh, do it. Like I said, it could even be like every 6 hours or every 4 or 5 hours, depending on how dirty you get. So just go in, like I said, and try to do that and strengthen your boundaries. I hope this helps you. Bye bye.